Check this out, y'all. Sydney just caught a Pacific Gophersnake, a juvenile. So let's go see what we can find. Well, excuse me, cows. They just gonna interrupt our video.
Then you go use the bathroom. You can hear the droplings hitting the ground. Come on now, cows.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, welcome to Trapnature. All right, I decided whatever we find, I'm gonna let Sydney go ahead and tell y'all what it is. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Sydney, what is that you're holding?
A king snake.
A king snake. What kind of king snake is that?
A California king snake.
Wow. And why do they call them king snakes?
Because they're the king of snakes, and they eat venomous snakes and all other types of snakes.
Wow, that is so cool.
They don't harm people, and other snakes' venom don't harm them.
That is a cool species. And where can you find these snakes?
You could find them at the forest in California.
You can find them in the forest in California?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful snake, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of big too, huh?
Yeah.
We found them bigger out here, but this is a nice sized Cali King, y'all. I told y'all we was gonna find something else, but we found it. All right, let's put the snake back in its habitat and be on our way and look for something else. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Trapnature, we out. Watch this, y'all. I'm sneaking up on the coyote right now. Look, he didn't even see me, look. That was cool, huh? You still see the coyote?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, the coyote is making his exit. We're looking for
King snake.
king snakes. Snake habitats. It's a good habitat to find some snakes, huh? All right, y'all, Cali King. One of our favorite species. Beautiful Calis. Let me get it up close. Yeah, this is a juvenile. Ain't this exciting? It's always exciting to find a little Lampropeltis Californiae. 2 Cali Kings.
Yeah, they look to this.
And they were found in the same area, same spot.
Yeah.
I definitely think these came out of the same clutch because they're the same exact color, very similar patterns. What are the odds that I just found 2 juveniles in the same area that are not related? So I definitely think these 2 are clutch mates. So we lucked up and found 2 Cali Kings. So what y'all think, man? Y'all think these are siblings? Oh yeah. Look how fallen trees make shelter. And now it's a habitat for wildlife. Breeding gopher snakes, and these are some huge snakes. I'm gonna try to grab them safely. Oh yeah, these some big snakes. Look, yeah, I just caught a little ground squirrel. Look at her. Where do you live at, little squirrel? Scared you?
Few moments later.
He's out of there. He's going home.
He mad at me.
Put that stick right behind you.
Okay.
Got one. Got it. Bam. This is our native species turtle here in the bay. Let me get over there. I can get this on tape. Oh man, I'm excited about this. I knew I was gonna catch one though. They quick. All right, y'all, look what I caught. This is a juvenile western pond turtle, northwestern pond turtle. In certain areas, the numbers are dropping because of competition with the invasive red ear sliders. If you don't know what those are the pet store turtles that you find with the beautiful colors, the beautiful stripes, and they're very common in the pet trade. People buy those as babies, and when they start getting bigger, you know, people decide they don't want the turtle no more because, you know, turtles can smell, they, you know, the water gets dirty faster, so it's a lot of work keeping the turtle as a pet. So people normally take the invasive species and dump them in natural environments like this, where there are native species that live there. And the pet store species will end up out-competing the native species like this turtle right here. All right? So that's why it's important not to release your pets into natural environments, natural ponds. You would definitely damage the ecosystem. There you go. So wifey holding the little turtle. Wifey's taking the picture of Sydney holding the little northwestern pond turtle. Yeah, hold on to him. Make sure you don't drop him, okay?
Okay.
Be real careful, especially with a juvenile like this. He's still a little fragile. But this is a juvenile western pond turtle, y'all, that I just caught out of this water right here. Yep. Man, who said turtles are all slow? Look how fast this little turtle moving. Look, you ready for a race. All right, turtle, it's time for you to head back to where you came from. Let's see how fast he can swim. Look at him. He's out of there like a torpedo. You see that? Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. This little patch of water right here, there's a bunch of juvenile turtles here, native species. A bunch of them here, which is a good sign, which means that they're breeding fine here. And look, y'all see that little swallowtail, tiger swallowtail flying over me right now? You see that, babe? All right, y'all, Trapnature, back out here. Look what I caught. A little nice, energetic Pacific Gophersnake. Look, you hear him hissing at me? He's pretending to be a rattlesnake right now. Y'all heard that hiss? Beautiful snake, look. It's a subadult, which means that it's not fully grown, but it's old enough to breed, so it's a subadult. They get a lot bigger than this. See how he's making his jaws flare out, making his head more triangular. He's perpetrating, trying to pretend to be a rattlesnake. So this is a prime example how the harmless, non-venomous Pacific Gopher snake pretends to be a rattlesnake, but he's harmless. It's called snake mimicry, and this snake mimic rattlesnakes for defense. So I want to release the snake. He's out of there. Look at him, y'all. This rattlesnake seen me and he took off running for his life. So this to show you, man, rattlesnakes are more afraid of us than we are of them. I'm touching this rattlesnake because I grew an understanding of its psychology. I don't recommend anyone to ever try this at home. And with that said, over the years, I've spent a lot of time observing these rattlesnakes. I've also learned that rattlesnakes don't really want to bite or use their venom unless they have to. They rather save their venom for their prey so they can eat. When a rattlesnake encounters a threat, their first resort is to stay still, relying on camouflage, hoping not to be seen. Once they realize they have been spotted, they will usually start rattling their tails, giving off a warning not to come close. And in most cases, they will try to flee and try to escape as fast as they can. Most people who are bitten by rattlesnakes, they were either bitten because they accidentally stepped on a rattlesnake, which harmed the rattlesnake, sent the rattlesnake in pain, or they purposely tried to touch a rattlesnake while the rattlesnake was in a defensive mindset. Of course, if a rattlesnake is in a defensive mindset, you better take that warning seriously, or be mindful where you step, or stay out of areas where you can't see your feet to avoid stepping on one of these snakes. And lastly, if you 100% leave these snakes alone, they will 100% leave you alone. People be terrified of rattlesnakes, but in reality, they can care less about you. Remember, nature is about coexisting in togetherness. You respect nature, and nature will respect you.